Close your eyes for a second. Picture your son, whatever age he is right now. If he grows up and becomes exactly the man you are today, are you genuinely okay with that? Not the dad you plan to be, the man you are, right now. Are you failing him? Because your son isn't waiting for you to be ready. He's already watching, already learning, already building his blueprint for what a man is supposed to be. And that blueprint has your face on it. I made this video because I'm one of you. A new age dad who knows that being present isn't enough. That who we are matters just as much as that we're there. Stay until the end. I promise you it's worth it. Because if this hits the way I think it will, you won't see your son the same way again. Do you remember the moment you found out you were having a boy? There's something that happens in a man's chest in that moment that's almost impossible to describe. It's not just happiness. It's something bigger than that. It's pride. It's weight. It's responsibility and excitement colliding at once. You pictured it. Teaching him to kick a ball, taking him to his first game, watching him become someone, and then they put him in your arms, and the whole world got very quiet. Because in that moment, you didn't just become a father, you became someone's idea of what a man is, before he could speak, before he could walk. He already belonged to you in a way that nothing else ever had, and you already belonged to him. That feeling. Hold on to it, because everything that comes next has to be worthy of it. A son's bond with his mother is irreplaceable. She is his safety, his softness, his first love. But the bond a son has with his father, that's something else entirely. His mother shows him he is loved unconditionally. You show him what he is capable of. She gives him roots. You give him a direction. A son looks at his father and searches for something specific. He wants to know, am I becoming a man? And the only person on earth who can answer that question with any real weight is you. Your approval is not just validation to him. It is the standard, which means the man you are determines the man he reaches for. Most of us became dads and did exactly what we thought we were supposed to do. We provide, we show up, we sacrifice. And quietly, without realizing it, we stopped being a man our son could model himself on. Not because we're bad fathers, because we're exhausted ones. The gym stopped, the ambition went quiet, the stress got absorbed in silence because that's what men do. But your son doesn't know that. All he sees is his dad, and what he sees is forming him. When he's young, you are his entire world, his definition of what a man looks like, how a man carries himself, what a man does when things get hard. He's not judging you. He's downloading you. Every habit you have right now is being filed away as normal. Then somewhere around 8, 9, 10, he starts measuring you. As a teenager, he stops seeing you as just his dad and starts seeing you as a man, noticing whether you're strong or soft, present or somewhere else. And he's measuring himself against what he thinks he'll become. You don't just pass on your DNA to your son. You pass on your standards. Most dads want to give their sons a better life. Almost none of them ask the harder question. Am I a better man? We're going to go through the 4 things your son is watching right now. And I want you to be honest with yourself for every single one of them. Because one of them is going to hit you. Stay with it. Number 1, your body. Not whether you have a six-pack, whether you respect yourself enough to take care of what you have. Right now, your son thinks you are the strongest man alive. He will brag to his friends about how strong his dad is. He will ask you to flex and think it's the greatest thing he's ever seen. He will copy the way you walk. Now ask yourself, are you living up to that image? Or are you slowly teaching him that when life gets hard, you let yourself go? A dad who trains is not being selfish. He is showing his son what self-respect looks like in action. A dad who doesn't is passing on a different lesson entirely, and that lesson will compound for the rest of his life. Number 2, how you handle pressure. This one is uncomfortable because most of us think we're handling it. We're not falling apart. We're not walking out. We're still here. But there's a version of struggling that doesn't look like struggling from the outside. It looks like short answers at the dinner table. It looks like staring at your phone instead of being in the room. It looks like shoulders that carry the weight of everything and share the weight of nothing. Your son sees it. He doesn't have the language for it yet, but he feels it. And he's already deciding that must be what men do with hard things. They disappear into themselves. Is that the lesson? Or does he get to watch a man who feels the pressure and keeps moving anyway? Number 3, whether you still have something that drives you. This is the one that most men don't want to look at. Because somewhere in fatherhood, a lot of us made a quiet trade. We gave up on our own ambitions and we called it being a good dad. We stopped building, we stopped chasing, we settled, and we told ourselves it was sacrifice. But your son is watching a man who has checked out of his own life, and without knowing it, you just handed him his permission slip to do the same. When things get hard for him, when he wants to give up on something, he's going to remember the version of you he grew up with. And if that version gave up on himself, so will he. Your drive isn't just for you. It's the proof he needs that a man keeps going. Number 4, how you treat his mother. And I need you to really hear this one, because this is the one that most men never connect to who their son becomes. When a man starts to decline, it doesn't stay contained to just him. The distance grows in the marriage. The warmth goes quiet. The tension that nobody names starts living inside the walls of the house. And your son, even at 4, 5, 6 years old, is absorbing all of it. He doesn't understand it, but he's learning from it. He is building his model of what love is. What a man and a woman look like when things get hard. Whether love is something that lasts or something that fades. If he watches a father who has drifted, who stopped pursuing, stopped choosing, stopped showing up for the woman he married, that becomes his normal. That becomes the relationship he accepts, the one he replicates. But if he watches a father who still chooses his wife, who still makes her feel like she matters, who protects her, is present with her, loves her loudly enough that his son can see it, he learns that real men don't stop, that love is not a feeling you fall into. It's a standard you hold yourself to. One day your son will stand in front of the woman he loves. He will pull from everything he watched at home. Give him something worth pulling from. Right now, your son thinks you're a superhero. He genuinely does. You are the strongest person in his world, the biggest, the most capable. He watches you with a level of admiration that you will never fully understand. And when you train, when you take care of your body, when you push yourself, when you refuse to let yourself go, you're not just doing it for yourself. You're living up to what he already believes about you. You want him to be proud to call you his dad. Not just a good man, a strong man, a man who looks after himself, a man worth looking up to, literally. And one day, if you stay the course, he's going to walk into the gym with you. He's going to stand next to you under a bar for the first time, and you are going to be the one who teaches him what it feels like to be strong. Not just physically, what it feels like to work for something, to earn it, to stand up a little taller because you built it yourself. That lesson, the one you pass on in that moment, will outlast every gift you ever give him. Because you can't teach discipline from the couch. You can't show him what strength looks like if you've forgotten what it feels like. You have to be it. Here's what nobody tells you about raising a son. The work you put into yourself now is the reason he comes back later. A lot of fathers lose their sons in their teenage years. Not because of arguments, not because of divorce, because there's nothing to come back to. But a son who watched his dad stay strong, stay driven, stay present, that son wants to be around his father. He wants to talk to him, learn from him, bring his problems to him. He still wants to train with him at 25. That's not luck. That's what you build right now. The relationship you want with your son at 30 starts with who you are when he's 5. This isn't about being a perfect father. There is no perfect father. But you need to decide if your son's future is worth more than your comfort. That the blueprint he's building deserves a solid foundation. That the standard you set in this house matters more than almost anything else you will ever do. He needs to see that men don't quit on themselves. Because one day he's going to face a moment where everything in him wants to quit. In that moment, he's going to hear a voice. Make sure it sounds like yours. So I'll ask you one more time. If your son becomes a reflection of the man you are today, are you okay with that? If any part of you felt something shift when I asked that question, that's not guilt, that's clarity. That's your why. That's your mission. That's dad mode, health, strength, leadership. Switch on.